How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is RuffledRowlit and welcome back to a brand new video. Today, guys, we're doing a top 5 countdown of the top 5 ROM hacks of the week. Now, before we get started, guys, I have two really important things I want to point out to you guys before we do this, and that is point number one, this is strictly based on my opinion. Now, this is going to be a list where we're not going to be listing down the best out there. We're just listing down a few games that I think you guys should check out if you are a fan of ROM hacks or just fan games and just Pokemon stuff in general. If you're looking to play something during your break, or if you're still having a break, or if just you want to play something on weekends, then these are the games you can try out. Now, there are more out there. You can literally check out my other, I don't know how many top 5 videos on these sort of things, so keep that in mind. This is just a list of a few games that are more, some popular, some unpopular. It really depends on. So please keep that in mind as you are watching. Now, point number 2 is, guys, keep in mind, it's all for just fun and giggles. You know, don't take this too seriously. It's just a list for you guys to, just games to check out. So that's that. Let's get started with number 5. And also, this is not in any particular order. Just gonna point that out. So, number 5 is going to be Pokemon Adventure Red Chapter. Now, the reason why I'm featuring this game, which already has a lot of popularity around it, is because the game recently got a new update, which has added to the game's story and also increased the length of it, but also came with a few glitches and bugs. But these are being fixed with, of course, glitch and bug fixes being included. Downloads for them are there, so you guys can download those and patch them onto your game, which is fantastic. They actually released the latest patch recently, which you guys can go pick up. I think it's the 4th patch, but either way, the game is out, it is working, it's bloody fantastic. Now, the game has updated graphics and way better looking things than I expected from the game. Now, I've known about Pokemon Adventure Red Chapter for a long time. I played it a little bit, and I wanted to play more of it, but I kind of dropped it for a long time. But I gotta say, this game is looking fantastic. Now, it drops the kind of generic-looking fire red graphics that we remember from back in the day to kind of increase them and make them better looking, which you guys may have seen. The game looked bloody fantastic with kind of a Gen 4 style to it. The game also has playable characters like red, blue, red, green, blue, yellow, etc. And then, of course, you have character customization, which is bloody fantastic. I love that so much that they actually included it, but I think it's so far still bugged, so it doesn't work properly. But I'm unsure about that. I do not know if it's actually working or not, so please keep that in mind as you're watching. They also do have character mugshots, which are fantastic in terms of like story beats and when you're speaking to someone. That is awesome. They have a day and night cycle, of course. They have multiple regions, plus the Alola region being added in. I'm not sure if it's already in there, but I think they're doing one for that as well. They, of course, have new battleground backgrounds and that sort of stuff, and also following Pokemon, which is fantastic. And of course, addition of kind of the additions of like brand new Pokemon and such like that. And of course, I think a few, I don't think they have custom ones, but they have a few like ones that you usually wouldn't be seeing in normal. I think they have a few custom ones, but I'm not sure how many, because I haven't wanted to go into like specifically spoilers for myself. I've seen a few spoiled to me by my own viewers, but other than that, the game is prop filled with content. It is giant. This game is the one you want to play if you're looking for a bunch of things. Just a few additional like features here. Extra events and chapters, new music, 2 rivals in the game, the level cap was raised to 255, which is insane, new overworld sprites for NPCs, new trainer sprites, new scripts and events, and secrets to discover, Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum fonts, and text boxes, revamped battles, reusable TMs, new additional Pokemon typings, and so many more things like Mega Evolutions, Primal Reversions, Battle Bond, and Fusions. It's bloody insane. This game is filled with everything you ever needed from a Pokemon ROM hack. So this is definitely like a number one, like uno, you need to play game is sort of the one I would give you to here. Like, this is literally the game you want to play and you need to play. So definitely check it out. Either way, let's go to the next one on the list. So next up is Pokemon Thunder Emblem. Now, Pokemon Thunder Emblem is also a game filled with a lot of different features, and I bloody love this game, dude. Now, one, it has a very unique and different sort of art style. Now, the tile sets and changes to it are bloody fantastic. It still has a hint of, like, fire red, like, that sort of style, but it isn't in a way where, like, it feels like, oh, it's just the same thing. No, it's so unique, but yet, like, familiar, sort of. It does have a bit of a very light feeling to it, which I freaking love, but also the tile sets and the kind of overworld, like, things they use are just bloody fantastic looking. And also, my favorite feature out of this game has to be the fact that they have rideable Pokemon they can actually ride and like mount, which is bloody fantastic. I love that feature. It is freaking awesome. But here are some of the features just in a general manner here. Now, you have to play the option of Ash and Dawn, which is bloody weird, but they're basically the new hero, heroine, whatever, which is really weird, but you get to essentially take on their journeys, and it's kind of slightly, I'm not sure if it's like really at all, but like there's a tiny bit, okay, there's a tiny bit of a resemblance to the anime, sort of like a tiny bit. The game also has improved scripts. It also has, like, you know, new fake towns, fake routes, and that sort of stuff. It's harder than Fire Red, which makes sense. There's other story beats than the one you've seen, like Fire Red and any of the animes and that sort of stuff. New tile sets, new palettes, new gym leaders, new Pokemon from Sinnoh, and you get to go back in the past as well. And you, of course, had a Pokemon mounting feature, which you can mount a Pokemon on, which is bloody fantastic. But overall, Pokemon Thunder Emblem is a fantastic looking game. Definitely should be checked out if you're looking for a grand experience. The game is still being worked on as far as I know, but it does have a lot to offer, and definitely a game that I think is, aesthetically speaking, just super pleasing and really nice to look at. So definitely check it out, give it a try, and have some fun with it. Either way, let's go to the next one on the list. Now, coming up next is going to be Pokemon Mega Power. Now, oh boy, this is a game that I know most of you guys know about, most likely. It's a very popular game. A lot of people have Let's Played it. It's a pretty huge game as well. And that's really the biggest thing I want to tell about it here. So, Pokemon Mega Power is a game that seriously features a lot of insane things. Now, one, you get to play as a professor instead of just a normal, you know, average kid and just normal trainer. You get to play as a professor who gets to take on a bunch of people and do some criminal sort of stuff, which is bloody cool for a kind of storyline, to be honest. I love it. Now, of course, the game features a bunch of custom things to it. Now, when I say custom, I mean like tile sets, music, that sort of stuff, and also characters. A lot of mugshots are added in this game, and a lot of like really weird custom characters and like unique story beats are in this game. It's very different. Like, this is a sort of game which I'm gonna just say like this: you're not going to be seeing anything else like it really when you play it. Like, this is very, very its own, if you may. It's very its own thing, sort of. It's kind of on its own, like, you know, road, and it does whatever the hell it wants. It doesn't really abide to whatever, like, anybody else does. It's kind of its own little, you know, special type of game, and I freaking love that. The game has an interesting story. It's fun. It's different, and that's kind of what I think is the reason you should play this game for. Just if you want to experience something that isn't your everyday sort of ROM hack, and just your everyday, just like, oh, let's just take, you know, Fire Red and just slap a new name on it and just change minimalistic amount of things, and that's it. No, this is a game that goes far beyond that and does more to it. So definitely check out Pokemon Mega Power, a game definitely worth your try. But that's going to be the end of that one. Let's go to the next one on the list. Now, coming up next is going to be Pokemon Electroball. Now, Pokemon Electroball is a very recent game, but it does have a few features in it that I want to talk about, and it's kind of a different game in the sense that they kind of do take the Fire Red formula and they do change it around into a story rather than just, like, you know, just changing Pokemon and adding in stuff. So, let's talk about it a little bit. So, of course, the game features a brand new region, new graphics, new tile sets, new Pokemon, all from Gen 1 to 6, which is fantastic. Also, Gen 7 in there would be pretty cool. New story, as you know, mentioned. The game has a brand new story and kind of unique one. They have new moves, new overworld sprites, and you get to choose from 4 different starters, all from Sinnoh, which is really interesting. You get also updated Pokemon sprites. You get to travel with Ash and Brock, which is really interesting because I want to see like what kind of story beats you can get from that and what kind of like interesting dialogue you can get out of that, because seriously, I mean, you have Brock around, you got to have some fun with him and, you know, actually just like interact with him in a fun manner, so to say. So I would love to see how that works out. And you also got Ash on the sideline, so, you know what I mean, you got a lot of options here. You also get to take on the Pokemon League tournament. New characters and rivals are also present, and there's a bunch of stuff in this game. Now, that's really that in terms of what this game has to offer in terms of features, but other than that, the game seems like it's more focused on the kind of side of like story, which is what I think is lovely about it. So definitely give this a try, guys, if you're looking for something different, and a game that's very, very recent, actually. So definitely check it out, and let's go to the next one on the list. And finally, on our countdown list here, guys, we have the final game that we're going to talk about, and it's going to be Pokemon New Fire Red. Now, yes, you hear in the name, it's literally called Pokemon New Fire Red because that's what it is. It's just Pokemon Fire Red, just literally the ROM of Fire Red. But all that's been done to it is that the graphics have been changed in the game and a few additions have been added. Like, in terms of what the game has to offer now, I guess you really have the addition of, like, Mega Evolutions, I guess, and a few extra things changed to, like, how battles work. So that's been added. But other than that, what's really major in this game? Well, it's the tile set, in my opinion. That's my favorite part about this. Now, I'm really tired of seeing, like, the Fire Red style, and that's just how Fire Red looks like. It's kind of boring to me at this point, and I hope you guys understand what I mean by that. Like, as someone who plays these games every single day, and somebody who sees so many Pokemon Fire Red ROM hacks, it gets quite boring looking at the same thing all of the time. That's why I love games like Pokemon Fire Red, Pokemon Mega Power, who take Fire Red to a new level, and that sort of stuff. Like, I love that. It's bloody fantastic. But not really, maybe specifically Pokemon Mega Power, because that's a ROM hack of Pokemon Emerald, actually, but you get my point. There are games that take Fire Red to a brand new level. Now, what this game does is it just takes Fire Red already existing and just kind of removes what's already there and just adds it back again, but with a brand new, fresher look and more like vibrant look. And that's really what this game does. It changes the tile sets into something that looks a bit more fresh, good looking, and just more vibrant and like more colorful. And I love that. It's a pleasure for the eyes, if anything. And I freaking love the way it looks. It's just so much more crisp and beautiful, and it looks fantastic. I've showcased this game on the channel, so if you want to check that out, please do. But it is bloody fantastic looking, and I freaking love it. So definitely give Pokemon New Fire Red a try if you want to play, you know, Fire Red again, but you want to experience it differently, play this game, definitely give it a try. But that's going to be the end of the video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to do the lovely thing of liking the video, and of course subscribing for future videos. As you know, every time you leave a like, it shows me that you guys want to see more of these videos every week, and I'll keep doing them as long as you guys want to see them. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all in our next video. Have a great day, and bye bye, ladies and gentlemen.